What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. We're in the garage with the 135, little 1M clone. Got the bumper back from the body shop. Overall, bumper looks really good. They redid all the paint on it. I'm probably not going to clear bra it. I'm just going to send it. If anything happens down the road, I'll just get it repainted again. But it is what it is at this point. I just want to drive my car. A couple of things we're going to be installing today from Souvenir. I'll have all this stuff linked down below for you guys. But I got this lip, this carbon fiber lip for the 1M clone. This does only fit a 1M bumper, just so you guys don't go out and buy it if you have like a 135, but it looks really good. I love the style of it. Very, very simple. Kind of gives off like a GT4 E92 style type front lip vibe. I really like it. I did have another lip for this car that was like a splitter type, but I really didn't like the way that that fit, and I saw on like a lot of other people's cars that were running the splitter type lip. It just doesn't fit the contours of the bottom of the bumper that well, so it sort of shoots up in the air, which just, in my opinion, doesn't look good. So I went for this one. I think it looks super sick. I've got it all ceramic coated, ready to go on the car. We are going to use nuts and bolts, as well as a little bit of 3M on it. And then I also got some side skirt extensions. These are super simple, super basic. Not 100% sold on these. I'm going to run them for a little bit and see how I like them. But for sure, I like the front lip. Not sure about these. As far as exterior modifications and like carbon and all that, this is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything else. I might possibly, maybe down the road, do a carbon fiber roof, but even that, I'm not quite sure if I want to do. Main thing from here on out is going to be focusing on getting the E92 subframes and the S65 heart into my 1M clone down the road. But as far as aesthetics are concerned, I'm really happy with how it is right now. So yeah, it's all about driving it from here on out. Whatever you guys do, always make sure that you're using nuts and bolts on your front lips. You will lose it. If you just use self-tapping screws and 3M, it's going to come off at some point. It's just a matter of time. Personally, I like to take the bumper off when I do this. It just fits a lot better. And to get the bumper off, especially on these cars and E92 M3s, it's like 15 minutes. It's very, very easy to get it off. So it's like, why not just go the extra step and make it happen? So I'm just using nut, bolt, it's probably like an inch long, and then a couple of washers. I'm holding the edges when I drill it to make sure that it lines up on the edges. That's the most important part of this, is that your edges line up. And then from there, you can just feed it in through the back, and you should be good. Most important thing for me is that this thing never comes off. And the nice thing about this tool is it also is a ratchet. Anytime that you're drilling through, just put your finger on the backside to make sure that you're not smoking through like the top vents or anything like that. So once I do the edges on both sides, start working on the middle. All right, update, show you guys what I ended up with. Looks like I have 1, 2, and then actually 3 on the sides, and then I have 3 in the middle, and then I have 3 on the sides. So I think that that is going to actually be plenty for this lip. I don't think it's coming off anytime soon, but that is just how I like to do it. I ended up putting a hole, bigger hole right here so I could get to that bolt and nut, and then same thing over there. I ended up going a little bit higher on this side because I went a little too low over here. Like I probably should have gone up there. So I'm gonna get the car up in the air and then throw on the bumper, and we should be able to see how this thing lines up. So first of all, this is like my first time seeing it on the car. Man, it looks so good. I think for sure this is the best looking lip for this car. There aren't a ton of options for the 1M, but this one looks really nice, and it gives it a very GT4 style look with like a little like faux splitter up front. It looks awesome, man. It looks really, really good. I am a little bit concerned about how low it's gonna be because these cars just naturally sit really, really low. I don't slam this car by any means, but the front bumper always sits lower than everything else. So we're just gonna have to pay attention to it, and if we break one, we break one, but it is what it is. What I wanted to show you guys is when you're reinstalling the bumpers, you should have a little plastic piece. You can see it right up there, edging out. You should have one of those in your fender. If you don't, you need one. The bumper to fender secure points should always have 2 bolts in it. You should have one right here in that retaining clip piece, and then one in that plastic clip right there. I noticed that like 99% of them do not even have that, and the bumper will fit kind of wonky if you don't. The black little plastic clip, what is that? This is it right here. It's just a little BMW fender retaining screw piece, but I have a bunch of them, and because I noticed that people lose them all the time, and that most of the fenders don't have them. They just get lost and people don't put them back in. But it's actually like kind of crucial that you want that in there right there, because a screw goes in down here and secures the middle point. So you'll notice that a lot of 1 Series, they'll have one screw back here, but they won't have one over here, and so it'll kind of sag and look goofy. So if you're having like gap issues from bumper to fender on your 1 Series, that might be why. We're good on this. I'm gonna put in all of the screws. There's like a bunch of little 8 mils, a couple of plastic 10 mils for the fender liners. I'm gonna put all that stuff in, bolt it up, and then I'm gonna show you guys some of the stuff underneath and like how nice it is, because it has factory holes for all of the little 8 mils. It's pretty sick. Man, seeing it all come together. This looks stupid good. All of the factory hardware is in its place. So you can see underneath, that's how all of the factory hardware is mounted. Like little cutouts for all of it. And then you can also see my bolts that hold it onto the bumper and the nuts. Yeah, dude, it fits super good. Really clean all the way through. New wheels for the M3. New wheels for the M3 have arrived. Show you guys what those look like later. Love the front lip. My only concern is how low it's gonna be, but man, if we break it, we break it. Fitment is amazing on it. Looks really good. Goes right to the edge on each side. It's nice, man. I really like the design of it. It's simple. Gives off like GTS vibes too. It's cool. Definitely a good looking lip for this car. All right, so let's get these extensions on. These are super easy. I'm gonna throw a little 3M on them, and then some self-tapping screws. All right, so I figured this is probably a good time to stop. We got the car on the ground. Dude, it looks so good with this front lip. That front lip looks amazing. I love it. As I suspected, it is low, less than a fist, probably 2.25 inches, I'd say, 2.5 inches off the ground, which is a little bit lower than I'd like, but whatever, we're gonna run with it. So you can see the side skirt extension on this side. It's good, it's nice. It's nothing too crazy, it's pretty subtle. It kind of continues the lip formation along the side, and then you can come around here and sort of see it without, you know? And I'll be honest, I'm kind of on the fence as to whether I like it or not. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I feel like this is more like road car, like track car style. Like no carbon in the back. Kind of just have your front lip splitter set up and then whatever. And then I feel like this is a little more like street car, show car style. I don't know. I mean, it's very subtle, but they do look good. They do look good. So we're gonna run them. We're gonna run them for a little bit, kind of see how they grow on us. Man, it's looking amazing. So I'm gonna finish up the other side, and then we're gonna take this thing out and get a proper little photo shoot, video shoot. God damn. I think this looks perfect. The side skirt extensions have already grown on me. At first I wasn't sure, but seeing them in person with the lip, it's a good package. I love it. Tell me what you guys think. It looks so good, man. Super aggressive, but not too aggressive. The rear, I don't really want to do a diffuser. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta do the carbon diffuser. I don't really like them. I think they look kind of, I don't know. They look a little bit over the top. I think the OEM with just like the carbon lip spoiler is perfect. I think it flows really, really nice with this car. But yeah, man, I'm really happy with this. I think this whole setup, like this car aesthetically is pretty much done. on the outside. It just looks so good with that lip, dude. It is low. This lip is low. Low for sure. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. That's the thing about this car. The 1Ms, the front bumper is just so aggressive. It hangs super low. Like, I'm not slammed or anything. You know, I have like a finger gap between the tire and the fender, front and back. But it's low, man. It hangs really low in the front in general. So you lose like, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch of clearance with the lip, but I think it's worth it. Just sort of completes that aggression on the front with the Sabon hood and everything. It's nice. It's kind of hard to see right now because of all the reflections. It's not the greatest time to be filming, but yeah, I'm really happy with this. As usual, we have more things on the way for this car. Nowhere near finished, but I am enjoying it so much so far. If you guys are interested in buying any of these products, I'll have it linked down below. But as always, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one.